Big masquerade in the studio, and finally we've got him. If you know someone that loves to wear that jersey number 10, you know what I'm talking about. Career-wise, we saw him play for Eintracht Frankfurt. We would always go back to that. I would know why. That fantastic goal is scored. Are we talking about Fenerbahce? Are we talking about Paris Saint-Germain? That's PSG. Are we talking about when he now made at least his appearance in England? Bolton Wanderers, Hull City, and played 73 times for the Super Eagles. Scored 14 goals for the Super Eagles. He loved to score free kicks most times. Captain Fantastic. Talking about Austin Azuka JJ Okocha. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right, and then let's now look at this big one. First and foremost, you're soft-spoken, man of few words, but very, very wise. How did you go into becoming a pundit?
Well, I had no choice. I think I got to the stage that I believe I have to share my football knowledge. And the only way to do that, since I don't want to be a coach, is to go out there and analyze matches.
He doesn't want to be a coach. If he was actually a coach, you will see lots of gray hair, because that is not really an easy task at all. But now let's look at JJ. There's something that happened recently that caught my attention. I've been on the neck. Let's bring JJ to the studio to share this experience with people. But as it is right now, I love how that JJ, the chosen one, tells your story through fun and creative form. At the same time, what is this chosen one all about?
Well, I think it's all about my story, you know, as an 11-year-old Austin, you know, in Enugu. And that's the side of me that people don't really know. And I feel so privileged to share with people, especially kids, in animation form. And it's very educational. It's funny. It's a dream come true.
All right, now we know you're not a superpower. You're not a superhero. But when it comes to football story, not just in Africa, but we're talking about the world, you are our own Superman. Now let's talk about this. How do you think this will actually inspire the young kids out there?
Well, I think it will inspire kids out there, because we all as children fantasize of being a Superman or superhero, and there's nothing better to know that somebody that is still alive, you know, can tell his story, and they to inspire them and to bring out maybe that supernatural power that they've got in them, you know, because I believe that nothing is impossible. And especially if you've gone through the ranks and if you started in a very humble way. So I think there are a lot in there, you know, to inspire kids.
All right, what does this actually mean, having such a show, 13 episode or series of this one? What does it actually mean to you as a person, living legend, sitting back to watch your story being told?
It means the world to me, you know, because that's what we strive for, you know, to be able to be an example, you know, for the younger generation. You know, of course, it comes with a lot of hard work and dedication, you know. And by the way, it comes out every Thursday. Now,
describe JJ, the chosen one, in 3 words.
He's a superhero. He's a winner, you know, and he's a kid that loves playing football. And with that, he brought joy to his school.
All right, what's your favorite moment when you talk about a legendary football career?
My greatest moment, I think, should be winning the Olympics. You know, because you only have one goal, and I was lucky to have had great players in the squad, you know, which made my job a lot easier.
Lowest moment in the world of football, your career?
Lowest moment, I think, was not qualifying for the World Cup in 2006, you know, because that would have made it my 4th appearance, you know, and I realized that my career was getting to an end, you know, that was it. You know, I wouldn't have the chance to play in a World Cup anymore.
You played in Germany, you played in England, France, especially that big club PSG. You went to Qatar, you came back again to England. Let's talk about where you enjoyed your career most out of these countries you played.
Well, I think I had a fantastic time wherever I played, because I'm very adventurous, and I think I get bored after maybe 4 or 5 years playing in one league. I always try to challenge myself. The only regret I have is that maybe I went to England a bit late. I should have gone earlier, because what they were portraying out there then wasn't what Premier League was all about. We thought it was just a straightforward kick and rush, but then the experience I had there was something else. So, yeah, but I enjoyed every place that I played.
You talked about England. You're not taking me back to England. Let's talk about this England, because most times we see how players, no matter where they play, they want to come back that way. Someone like Joe Aribo, not doing so badly with Rangers in Scottish Premier League, he came back. Look at even Paul Onochi coming back. What makes England special as a player?
I think it's the best league now in the world, and I think what makes it special is the demand. You have to be on top of your game week in, week out. You can't drop a gear lower. You have to be ready every week, because every game is so tough, and physically it's very demanding as well.
We are still sticking with England. Let's talk about Arsenal. After 19 years, they finally look like they are going to win this title. With the caliber of players in Man City, do you think they've got what it takes to hold on tight, knowing fully well there's a massive game coming up soon at the Etihad?
Well, I have to ask, are you Arsenal fan?
96 I used to be when we had our Kanu, but right now I ran off.
Well, I mean, it's great to see them up there. I think they've been very consistent this season. I think nobody thought that they are ready to go on a very good run that they've managed to put together, and of course, deservingly on top of the league. But they've got a final that is coming up against Man City. Well, that's my opinion. That's how I say it, because that game will be crucial for Arsenal. If they can get a point or win that game, I think it will help their confidence a great deal. So, yeah, for me, that's the match I'm looking forward to now for the rest of the season.
Sticking with England, sticking with Man City, Erling Haaland, could we say he's now a legend? Looking at all the records he's broken in the Premier League, first season, and more to come.
Well, not yet. I think he's had a fantastic season, and I think we all can testify that it's so great playing in a fantastic team, playing with great players. Because most of his goals have been tap in. But don't take anything away from him. He's a great striker. He's proven himself, and if he continues like this, I mean, who knows how many goals he will score. He might even go on and break Ronaldo or Pele's record. But he's in terrific form, and he's a great player.
Your top 4 prediction for the season?
Ooh, that's a tough one, putting me on the spot. I would say Man City, Arsenal, United, and Newcastle.
Okay, let me bring you back to Niger. Let's talk about how proud are you as an uncle to watch Alexi Iwobi don that green jersey.
I mean, it's something to be proud of. We all pray that our kids should be like us, especially when we excel in our profession. And I mean, I'm so delighted, that he chose that path and that he's doing so well. So I'm really a very proud uncle.
All right, finally, how would you describe the current Super Eagles we have now? I'm not talking about players. I'm just talking about it as a team.
As a team, we are not where we are supposed to be. I'm a diehard Super Eagles fan, so I think sometimes I deserve to criticize them if they're not doing well, because let the truth be told, I think they are not consistent enough, and the coach, I think, still have to prove himself, because we are not convinced yet that he's the coach for us, but I mean, we'll give him every support that he needs to take us to the promised land.
Okay, I forgot to ask you, the team you support in Nigeria, the team you support out there, then what you think about Victor Osimhen so far this season? I feel pained Napoli crashed out on Tuesday night.
Well, I mean, I think he was really missed in the first leg of the tie, and I think that was where the match was lost, because had it been that they got something in Milan, they would have gone to Napoli in better form or confidence, I think, because defeat always affects your confidence. So, but I think he's another one that is having a wonderful season. We're all proud of him. He's shown us his worth. I think apart from Haaland, he's the next informed striker out there, and I won't be surprised to see him playing next season in one of the biggest teams in the world.
All right, don't forget, as I said earlier, JJ Okocha was part of that historic team that helped Hull City gain promotion for the first time to the EPL in 104 years. Don't equally forget that we have seen him win some fantastic awards as an individual. Are we talking about the goal of the year in Germany? That was in 1993. Don't forget that dribble. Olivier Kahn will never forget about that. Each time I watch that, I'm always very, very happy. You've done so well, actually. And I want to say massive thank you to you and to all the young kids out there. If you want to make a career out of football, don't forget, go and watch that 11-year-old Austin, the chosen one. That's the story of our own legend, what he did, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, but when you talk about the world of football. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.